about 2 p.m. on Saturday afternoon, and I am waiting here on this kind of busy-ish street corner with a bunch of other people because we're all going to be heading off to this secret one-off art event that's happening at an unknown address somewhere near here. I don't know what's going to be going on, but we are heading to Wrongtown. How many people are here now, Ty?
I don't know. I can't really estimate. Maybe 50? More than 50?
And when are you going to go?
Well, we're going to wait another 15 minutes because people have texted us from the tram saying, "Don't leave! They're coming!"
And then we set off to discover that Wrongtown was actually a pretty nice-looking house around the corner in the Melbourne suburb of Toorak that had undergone a radical transformation. 25 artists and collectives had taken over the walls, floors and everything else.
We've spent a couple of weeks in here each making works in every room, so there's about 8 or 9 rooms.
So somebody owns a house and they don't care that you've done whatever it is that you're doing?
No, it's legal. A friend of a friend gifted it to us, basically, and said, "Here is a space, here are the keys, do what you want." Previously, when we'd done work like this, it wasn't quite so legal, where artists just found disused spaces that were falling apart. So this time we were given this space and we thought it'd be interesting to mix up street artists, sculptors, installation, video, and kind of bring a whole lot of communities of artists together. This is Simon Perisic's work. So he actually worked with a stonemason to cut through the wall, and then at one point it was on fire. Looked quite impressive. It says protects us.
Okay.
But it's basically about the house as a protective vessel.
Artist Robbie Rowland's subtle and rather beautiful installation must have been truly difficult to achieve.
Oh, well, I cut through the main part of the bedroom and hit the cupboard, bottom drawer, pulled the drawer out, and the drawers ended up in the cupboard as a sort of skeletal structure. Sort of like a skeleton in the closet.
Would you let somebody rip up the floorboards in your house?
Well, if I was removing the floorboards, I'd probably do it in a certain way.
While what was once the kitchen was turned into a place where you'd never prepare food.
I've transformed the kitchen into a sinkhole, kind of inspired by the sinkhole in Guatemala. The basic idea was to get a whole lot of dirt from the back garden and put in the kitchen just to make it as dirty as I possibly could.
Meanwhile, the walk-in wardrobe became a very sticky place, courtesy of art collective Hotham Street Ladies.
We're a group of 5 women who used to live together, and we do things with food, everything from street art to recipe books to installation. The drawers are full of something that looks like meringue and hundreds and thousands, and there's popcorn and jam. And there's also some empty bones.
Okay, what do they signify for you?
I guess they're sort of the dark side of all that excess.
Right.
They're kind of what's left behind.
Every window in the house was essentially a ready-made canvas for artist Ash Keating.
I had a look at the windows and thought that maybe because we're in Toorak, I might do something cheeky and allude to the criminal circle cutting, but the criminal that never actually got inside but got creative, if you like. Throughout the house I've etched with the circle cutter, and it began just as a few simple line circles and targets, but then sort of progressed to many different patterns and so on.
This is an artist called Danae Valenza, and basically she has her nonna on call all day today. So you sit down and you just have to press memory on the phone and her nonna will answer. So
and talk to everybody? Talk
to everybody for 5 hours. So,
really?
Yeah, so it's kind of this idea of what a house is in terms of her memory and her Italian background.
It's not every day that artists are given free rein over what is essentially a pretty schmick family home, and they have seriously gone to town. It looks great. I think it's a fantastic project, although I probably won't be getting these blokes to renovate my place. And if you'd like to see that story again, go to the Arts Gateway, abc.net.au/arts, where you can find plenty of great art stories from around the country, including an interview with Iceland's Jonsi from the band Sigur Rós, who